Hey, good evening, guys. This is the General here at PULSEUNITY. We're going to do a bit of a special this evening where we're going to be doing a bit of a live demonstration on using AI and, in particular, the Chat GPT Live. And showing you how we are using it as a project in the future of Web3 social media. We're basically saying, look, the future of Web3 social media in crypto is actually here. We do have a chat open, so please, I'll just type in down here. Um, Please ask any questions. If you catch me on the live stream. I am using OBS, so literally it's a bit finicky, and so you might see a few flickers going backwards and forwards. But I'm going to first open up the screen that I want to use because right now you're actually seeing what I'm seeing in YouTube Studio. And what we're going to be doing is showing you how we've been writing some of these blogs, how it then turns into the social media platform. So I'll open up the social media platform as well. But then, of course, while it's doing that, the fun part is actually using the Chat GPT to physically collaborate with us in this whole process. Let me downpage myself from that. And I hope you are physically only now seeing or you should then only be seeing the actual screen when I downpage that. But I'm gonna just check that live on the YouTube. Which actual screen you get to see. So maybe if you watch this back, definitely skip the first few minutes of all this. And forgive the lighting, I'm in the dark, so it's focused, or your focus will be actually on the screen. Just letting this catch up a little bit. We've got a great connection here. Okay, here we go. So I've managed to down page that. Okay, cool. You are then back onto this screen. You can see me playing around with some settings. Let's now skip all of this and go straight back over to ChatGPT, where I will just put up a start screen so that I know where to cut this actual video at. So please bear with me, guys, because I can't now actually see anyone in the chat room or know what you're actually doing. What I might be able to do is go over to the YouTube. Actually doing. What I might be able to do. Okay, cool. You also in on my phone, so I can now see if anyone's got any actual questions, and I can now also see the screen move. Perfect. Let's go into Chat GPT. Also, you can see what we're trying to achieve here with the social media platform. And what I'm going to first do is write a post. So he's asking me the general, today I would like to share. What would we like to share? So we're going to click on an update. Now, I'm going to cheat. I'm not going to write the update. Chat GPT is. So I'm going to go on to a new chat and just ask Chat GPT, um, let's say, can you write me a 100 word update on PULSEUNITY social medias? With some hashtags. Let's see what happens with ChatGPT in this instance. No, it's come out. No, that did not help because it's asked me. It says PulseUnity is thrilled to announce our latest community event. Join us on March the 5th. Right, we are not hosting an event. We are simply saying good morning from our social media platform. Using Chat GPT. There we go. So it's come out with a really nice one this time. I'm going to just post that onto the social media platform. And it's saying, good morning, PulseUnity community. We hope you have a wonderful day ahead filled with positivity and productivity. Remember to take breaks, stay hydrated, and prioritize self-care. Let's make today a great day. PulseUnity, good morning, positivity, and self-care. And let's just post that to the community. And that's fantastic. Now, the beauty of us owning the social media site is we can, obviously, we want to like it. We can put some hearts in there. We're then able to share it to Twitter. I've also got WhatsApp in here, so let's share it to WhatsApp. And there we go. Let's put it into the PulseUnity chat, and there we go. We've shared that over to the WhatsApp community as well. Let's go back to our social media post. And hopefully, if we refresh the page, we will then also see in our feed, we're coming back down to share. This time we're going to share it to Twitter. Now don't forget, this all started with using ChatGPT's AI. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to come back. Good. Do this again using the Chat GPT text. Just add a little bit in there. We need to take out a few letters because it's a bit too long for a text. Now what I like to do in here is put the day. So we're on Thursday, and let's put a Thursday morning in there. Let's take out self-care. That's a bit too long, and that's done. That's then made that perfect. So we tweet that out, and there we go. And suddenly that's gone. I've also got some messages. We can tell Mr. Green we are in. With a nice smiley face. And let's not be cheeky. So there we go. So that's the simple way of us then sharing straight over to using Chat GPT and sharing over to Twitter from our social media platform. Now we can do the same to Facebook, and we can do all sorts of things. Now another thing that was asked is, can we create, for instance, a new group? Now here on social media we've got different group pages that we are looking to start, because although we're crypto, we also want to, of course, basically encourage all sorts of in real life events to go on, and be it from Sweden to those that like cannabis to business networking, koi, or meditation. I actually quite like this group. It's got 5 members in here at the moment. It's a very new group that we set up, and it allows us to then share. This one's a very simple little video from the platform. See if I can play the actual music or volume on there. You could just sit there and watch that, and you could actually loop it, and it takes you through the chakra points of your body. And it's quite a nice thing to do. Just spend 15 seconds, 30 seconds of your day using the PULSEUNITY's social media site. You can get this through the app as well, and I'll show you how in a minute. Whereby just for 15 seconds you could just come in here and relax. Now I'll put that on pause at the moment, but here, as you can see, it's in the group. You don't need to spend any money. You can go onto the Apple Store or into the Google Store, download our free mobile app, and that connects you to the social media platform. What else are we in here? We want to create maybe a new group. As I said, we're going to show you how to use Chat GPT to do this in social media, and it will probably help us make a better name and all sorts of things. So we're now going to ask it, can you give us a name for a new social media group connected to mixed martial arts or MMA. Oh, here we go. So it's came up with like Fighters Circle. So we can go into our social media site. Let's just call it, so we'll call it Fighter Circle. Interests. And we can come back to Chat GPT. And here we go. Okay, let's ask it actually, can you write us a short description, stroke, introduction text for this group. With some hashtags. Let's see what it comes back with. So it's now saying, of course, and so here it's saying, welcome to Fighter Circle. And we are then going to go back to our descriptions. Now we want to make this look quite nice, so we're going to make this welcome to Fighter Circle. Let's jazz up this. We're going to make this even nicer as we progress through the topic. I'm also recording this in our Telegram group for anyone that is actually listening. So we've got our Fighter Circle. Let's try and let me see what text options that gives me. If I go into code, we want that. Let's put that as H1 because it's a header. Anyone that knows a little bit of HTML will understand what I'm doing here. Let's end H1 in that. And take it out of code view, and there we go. Welcome to Fighter Circle. We'll come back and change some colors and other things. Now we want the hashtags down the bottom. So let's go back into code view and make sure that we've got the correct breaks in there. Now what I'm going to do, again, this is a great thing for Chat GPT. What I'm going to do is copy that out of my social media page, and I'm going to be cheeky. Now I'm going to say, can you rewrite this HTML code and make the let's make the heading a dark red and bold, and the text to really stand out. And let's just post that code in and see what happens. So now, as you can see, Chat GPT is becoming really, really useful. It's actually rewriting the whole code for us. Now, if we copy that code over to our group page, and just paste in the code that Chat GPT have given us, and let's take a look now at what it's like. And so now you can see we've got our heading in bright red, or this dark fighter circle red. We've then got the central text in sort of like it's formatted that nicely, and we've got our hashtags down the bottom. What we really could do with is making that paragraph a little bit more indented so that it stands out. And what I'm going to try and do is go back to Chat GPT and just say, look, this is great. Give it a just use some positivity with Chat GPT, because what you want to make sure of is that it understands what it's done right and what it's done wrong, because this at the end of the day is an AI. This is great. Just put heading we just had the heading looks great. What we really need is another space before the body text, and the body text to stand out more. So here we go again. ChatGPT has understood that I've given it positive feedback, because you see it says this is great, and it's actually said thank you for the feedback. And it's also explained what it's done to the code, which makes it easier for us as a programmer to come back here. And of course we could spend lots of time doing this ourselves, but ChatGPT makes that a little bit faster, and gives us the start that we want to our page. Now I'm going to just add my own tiny break in there, and also make that bold. Again, we can't wait to see you in the ring. What I will also do is be a little bit cheeky, because what we want to try and do now, also in our social media, we've got the choice of where to start this from. Now the group itself is being started out of Sweden. Now I don't know anywhere in Sweden, so let's think of the capital city. Let me just ask ChatGPT quickly. What is the There we go. So here we go. I'm playing like I'm a 2 year old. Of course, I knew it was Stockholm, but I'm trying to show you that we can use Chat GPT to really help us with developing this new group on the social media platform, and that it can really answer almost any of your questions to make things look easier. Now, I'm going to submit that for the minute. And there we go. So what we've done is you can see that the actual page has now got welcome to Fighter Circle, and we can't wait to see you in the ring. Of course, at the moment, the whole thing is empty because no one's posted any actual information in here. So all that you've got at the moment is the RSS feed that we've got throughout the whole site that comes in from NASA, because we are about mission to Mars and these things. So what we then want to do is change this top section so that we're going to give it a nice header. We also would like to have this part filled in so that it's got like a nice introduction, a nice sort of info thing. So what I'm going to go and do is go to posts, which there's not going to be any posts in there. Whilst it's deciding to do that, what I'm going to now ask my page on ChatGPT to do is to literally a history piece on MMA as can you write me a history piece on MMA, sort of telling people how it started. And again, really nicely that you see it's come out with some great text here. That's just going to make the whole group page that bit more interesting. When people come and join this group. So of course I need to ask them to add some extra hashtags. But again, complement the AI, so just put this is great. Just says so like, can you add approximately 15 hashtags to this for me? So what we'll do is we'll again literally copy the text. We could ask it to spell check it, but I'm going to trust it just for the moment. I'm then going to come to my account and we're going to create a post for Fighter Circle. I will do all that. I'm going to post in the text for the moment. We will do this again back to AI. So I'll just put, can you write a title for that introduction? And it's come out with some really nice ideas. So we can choose from 5 ideas it's come out with, sorry. The evolution of MMA, from no holds barred to mainstream, the rise of MMA. I like that one. Or, in fact, fighting to the top. That's a really great one. Fighting to the top, the history and culture of MMA. So we're going to bring that to here. Our category in here is going to be something like hobbies or people. Let's see what we've got available. We might actually have to create a new category for this shortly, but let's pick one that's maybe education. Okay, what else have we got down here? I keep forgetting. Sports, there we go. We've got a great sports category. Now, what I'm going to ask it to do, again, I'm going to take all that text and ask it to can you turn into HTML with correct styling and breaks. Add a subtitle heading. Add a subtitle and the hashtags. So then we'll paste the text in. And now, very nicely, what you can see is Chat GPT again going through the text and creating what will be hopefully the HTML document now for us, and it will then give us back very simply the code that we now need to copy into our social media post. And don't forget, guys, you'll be able to do this for practically any posts or whatever you're doing in terms of your writing. Now, we still want to put in a couple of breaks here. I'd like to see that bold. And again, I'm going to try and keep the theme of having the dark red in the mixed martial arts and the subheading. So I'm going to come back to this and just ask it. I said, just put, can you add the break after H2 and make the title bold in dark red. So now it's just given us that extra little bit of styling. That we didn't actually have before. Now, of course, it would be simple for me to do this on my own, but obviously for anybody that is new to programming and just wants to have an slightly easier way of making their posts on social media, using this AI is going to make life a lot easier for you. And what we're working on in the background is an engine that physically incorporates everything that you see in the likes of Chat GPT actually into the whole of the PULSEUNITY social media platform. So whilst at the moment it's still a little bit tedious because you've got to use two browsers, eventually you're going to end up being able to simply do this all out of the mobile app. Now, I'm not going to go back and just tell it to do all the styling. It's quite simple now for us to add our own line breaks and just tidy it all up. I also want to I like keeping my hashtags bold so that people, and also let's make some of these titles bold so that it just stands out that little bit more. But now we've got this really nice looking article. I do actually have a great little image on my desktop somewhere that we made earlier. We didn't actually make it earlier. I will find him, and it's not me. Here we go. So this guy, we'll add his proper name and everything else to him soon, but he is a mixed, we'll just call him MMA champion. And of course, when it comes to the link, we don't want it to go anywhere else. We want people to link back to this page. So if someone's doing a Google search on this and the picture pops up, they will find our post. And let's just insert that. And that's now starting to look like a really nice post to open up our MMA page. Do we need a header to this at the moment? Let's see if we can find something to make it look even more attractive. I don't actually have a header that I think will be suitable for this just yet. So let's leave it as it is. I might be able to find, let's see if we can find no, that would be confusing, so let's do that. Now the visibility, we only want this to be seen by those that join that group. Now if you remember, we've got the different groups that have been set up, and down here we've got Fighters Circle, the one that's based in Sweden. I've written this article though from the UK. I'm actually based in the United Kingdom, so I don't want them to take credit for all of their work. So I've written this from High Wycombe, which is Buckinghamshire. And hopefully they found the address, and I can then publish my first article on mixed MMA, or the history of MMA. The beauty is, as you can see, my maps come up and you can see roughly where we're based in Buckinghamshire. Even more, I can go to Fighter Circle and you get to see the posts in Fighter Circle. Let me go to the group page. And now, if you remember back earlier, it was that RSS feed up here. Now you've got actually the article that I've just posted about the history. But here you've got the community for MMA fighters, and anybody can now come in, join the group, post to that feed with pictures, and start to interact with the group based on MMA. The other thing I'd like to do is just edit this cover though. So what I'm going to do is go on to Google. Let's see if we can find an image. Images for free. Go into images. We just want a nice one to get started that's going to look good on the cover. That looks quite nice. Hopefully where's allow? Here we go. It says click. I'm trying to click. Not quite sure what's happened. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's try and do the cheat and save the image if it lets me. We'll pop it straight into our downloads. Hopefully no one is going to complain at us just yet. Let's edit the cover. Let's find that file that we just downloaded. Make it the nice size. Upload that into the database of the social media site, and wow, that just looks fantastic now. And you've got now the latest group on PULSEUNITY. We've got members at the moment. I'm just waiting for that to load up. I think it's a bit slow tonight. Whilst that does that, let's just tell the AI that that was great. Now that's decided to slow down, so let's just regenerate that page. Come back. The other nice thing about Chat GPT is it does save the chats that you've been working on. So it does give you that option, and pretty soon I need to upgrade because I use Chat GPT a lot now for different things that we're doing. Guys, if anyone's got questions even later about what we're doing at PULSEUNITY or what we're using Chat GPT for or AI for in PULSEUNITY, please leave comments and we will get back to you. We do read these things. What do we need to do next with our AI? Let's find if it's found the members. So at the moment it's just got me. I'd like to invite people. Now, how do I do that? It says share in Twitter. Set badges. See, not everyone necessarily has to be a PULSEUNITY member. Here we go. So we can invite people. Now, let's see who we know. Now, I do know Jaeger. Yadka. And there was, so let's submit and invite Jaeger into the group. And he will then hopefully invite more people. In fact, I know a few other people I'd like to invite, so let's invite also Wardog if he's in here. Also, let's invite D. If he's around. Maybe he's under a different name, but we're definitely inviting Wardog. Okay, so now the nice thing is you can see under info it's got about fighter circle. The first thing, this community, we're gonna tidy some of this stuff up, but for the moment this was just to show how we're using Chat GPT to get this running. Works in the same way. You'll have your timeline. Of course, there's no particular videos, there's no photos in here just yet, but what we can do, probably a little bit more, is now let's do a share on this in Twitter. Because we've just created a brand new group in PULSEUNITY. Also, it's a little trick on trying to force Twitter to actually... perfect. It's already come up with a page. Now, we need Chat GPT's help on it. So we'll come here and say, can you... So I just asked ChatGPT to literally see if it could write us a short tweet with hashtags and emojis announcing the new group. Okay, so if we can add to this into the tweet somewhere. The PULSEUNITY crypto community is growing. So let's see what then happens. Add that into the top of our tweet. Now, how many words? It's 45. So we need to go back. I just ask it, can you take out 45 letters? And there you go. It's now generating for us a new shorter tweet, which will be great. It's maintained that right, what we've got to do is just we can now tweet that out. And send that's now gone out all across Twitter. I'm just going to add another comment here. But I just want to give it a little bit more exposure to a couple of trending just get some more eyes on this. That's pretty much what we're doing. Now, okay, so let's see, because I did miss the green. While I'm back on Twitter, and we actually prepared a really nice tweet for this, because I'm doing his Saturday nights. Problem is we're doing so many different things at the moment. Let me find the one we're going to do. We're coming up to Thursday, so this is almost the time when we're going to come back to promoting what we're going to do for the weekend. I'll probably have to scroll down quite a bit to find it, but we'll get there. It sort of does prove, though, how much work we do in promoting PULSEUNITY out across different communities. There's one that we've started to do in Russian. That is now we're into Shibu. This one actually got 8,000 views on YouTube. It's actually amazing. Here we go. So we have let me just bring up the original tweet as he asked. And let me put a link to the tweet. Let's put it high. actually, this is a great one because we're going to give away $30 in ETH. And actually, this one, I'm going to pin that back on our profile for a little while because, as Mr. Green has just said, he's going to shill it out also on their Discord for us. So, literally, that will get quite a lot of new follows, and they're also, I've asked them to go and follow our other account, which is the Doge 2069, the official Mission to Mars supporters account. Okay, well look, any of you that have come on here for the Chat GPT, I'll leave Twitter alone again. And as I've been talking earlier in the video or live, we've been creating this new Fighter Circle group using Chat GPT's help. What we've also done is what may happen, I hope, is it will come out in our feed, and it will tell everyone else on our social media that we've launched the new group Fighter Circle, all about MMA fighters, enthusiasts, and everything like that. Now, basically, I'm going to follow along, keep following the Fighter Circle group for the moment, because it's being put together as well by a friend of mine in Sweden, and I've been doing karate since I can remember. So I'm going to go back onto the group, and I'm going to make hopefully a really nice post for them. Now, one thing that would be great is in photos. Right now this is empty, but what we would like is that to look really super cool. So I'm going to make it special for them, and I'm going to go into the studio here, into pages. Let's go into the group setting, select the page, not group info. We could add this to group info, it would look good. Let's see what this is going to look like in group info. I'm going to add a block into here, and the one I want to add, if it lets me, is our photos carousel. And pop that at the top for the moment. Let's see if it lets us view the page. Maybe not just yet. It does take some time. Let's go back into Fighter Circle. Because it's one of our groups, I'm going to feature the group. And we're going to look at the info page and see whether our photo carousel pops up. This might take a couple of minutes simply because we've just added a lot of new code across the whole platform. than keep you guys. Here we go. Okay, so super cool now. People will have a carousel of photos that we can start to add a new carousel for this specifically of fighting pictures as we progress around it, and just make this group look really, really super cool in there. Now we go to members. We can go to posts, albums. I don't think there's anything in albums yet. There won't be anything in photos just yet, or videos, or tasks. Now, what we could do is go on to YouTube, not the live stream, which I'm doing, but what we'll do is go on to a different place. Let's go back to YouTube. Let's just try and find a good channel on MMA. Now here's one. Is you've got Ryan Spann versus Dominic Rees. I wonder if there's any MMA live channels. Now this one looks like it does do some free stuff. What should we try and have a look at? This was broadcast yesterday, so
take the first step on your online business journey with GoDaddy's online starter bundle. Get a free domain and match.
Let's just spend a couple of seconds. Skip the ads. Now let's just copy the video URL. Skip forwards.
With so much complaint about the apex and the lackluster show.
Right, so now what we're going to do is add a video to the fighter circle, because what we want to make sure of is that there's some content that everybody wants to watch. So what I do, because I like to make sure that we don't lose the original content from the broadcaster. So we'll keep everything's the same. Our category is sport. What we're going to then do is in the show more, what I'm gonna do is copy all of this, and then really nicely. Now this again is where we're going to go back to our AI and ask it is in HT. I'm just going to post that in. And now you can see again Chat GPT physically giving us out the code that we're going to need for the post on the social media site. And we're just also, this is good for the broadcasters or the influencers that are doing this, because it just goes to show that we're not trying to take away their ability to earn money from the broadcasts. We want to do totally the opposite. Now, unfortunately, it's done it that way. We could go and ask it to please just write the code properly for us. Let's type it in HTML and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't. No, and it has. We're going to have to edit that. Now, finally, it's actually recognized that that was HTML code. Let's put a bold in there. Let's also underline it. And again, we'll just again, I like to tell people where it's come from. Now, again, I'm based in the UK. I know it was in the US, but since it's me that's written it, and it's me submitting it. Now, again, visibility. We want it to go into the filer circle, so we're going to resubmit that back in, so that it's in the filer circle group. And the beauty is when we go into filer circle now, in videos, we've got a nice start to the look of the channel in there. What would be great is probably if we actually had some photos in here as well. Now, I can't do a lot about that because I don't want to just go around copying and pasting loads of different photos from everyone. So I'm going to speak to the group and we'll slowly come up with some more material for that. Whilst we're on here and we're live, here is the actual PULSEUNITY video or channel. Doing well, 1.12k subscribers. Please come along, subscribe to us. I think if I go into live, here's the broadcast of us right now. And wow, it's not really a great idea to be doing it like this. So I'm gonna literally close myself out of that because that's not the screen that you guys really wanted to see. Now, what I'm trying to show you is we've got the ability with the social media actual platform to really start to make our groups look attractive. You will be able to start to see new videos and things that we've been posting through here. We've got the Fighter Circle group, which looks great. We've then also got some games in here, which we're putting together, and all just literally. Let's play a little game while we're on. Now I'm actually. I'm not very good at this, actually. There you go. The general. So someone's managed to get a lot higher than me. That's all great. It's all a little bit of good fun. We've got a few games on here that you can search. Let's have a look at some of the latest stuff that's come up. Egypt collapse. Anyone interested in card games and stuff like that? There's a lot of things you can actually do on the social media platform. As I said, so we've got groups, videos, albums, channels, and we're also now got the opportunity for people to have their own, even have their own email accounts here. All super cool things going on in the PULSEUNITY social media network, and of course it all comes back to what we were discussing here, using AI to physically help us build the whole story. Now, another exciting thing I did with Chat GPT was I said, actually, it was quite a simple thing. Shall we write a book together? And the response was like, as an AI language model, I don't have the creative abilities of a human author, but I can certainly help you with the writing process. If you have a topic or idea for a book, we can brainstorm together, and I can assist with researching, organizing, and editing the content. Alternatively, if you have specific questions or issues related to writing, I would be happy to help with those as well. Let me know how I can assist you. Now, this is fantastic because it brings me to even our blog on the mission to Mars, on Space Camp Mars. Now, not all of these were written by the AI, but take a simple article like this one, koi carp on Mars. And we asked the AI, could it give us a way of koi carp existing on Mars? And then, of course, it's come out with this lovely little article about fish with fish facts and other things. Another great one. I'm going to just go into a new chat here. In fact, I will open a completely new chat. And the question that keeps getting asked, how can we potentially oxygenate Mars? Now, what I'm going to do is actually show you yet again how we can use this AI to create a post for social media. Because look, we've asked a question and it's relevant to what we're doing in the project. Let's give the title. Language is English. Our category is simply PULSEUNITY, which is module. We don't really, it doesn't, it's just in posts really, so well, just leave it in the FAQs. I just want to see if it lets me put it in code. Yeah. So I'm going to ask the AI. So this time, I've just asked it to simply write the code to display the answer to the question. Let's see what it actually then looks like when we simply paste that across and publish. Not bad, but it's not quite as we'd like it, so I want to come back and edit that. It's given us the title twice, so we don't want the title in there twice. We want to maintain that as the header. So I'm going to go back to code view and actually do a bit of my own coding in here. Looks a little bit better, but I still would prefer it to be a bit more attractive than that. So I'm going to put my line breaks in. I wouldn't mind that to be a little bit nicer spaced out. We don't need that. Yeah, I would like a header image in this, and we have some half decent pictures of Mars in our library because that's what we're working on. Let's go with one of our sort of more simple ones at the moment. Submit that in. And that actually looks quite nice. And hopefully we come into the Pulse, we can go onto the PULSEUNITY category, and you start to see some of the other FAQs. Now the FAQs get a lot of views. It's amazing actually how well these things get picked up by the Google and other search platforms. So I want to go back to this feature because we're missing. Now anyone that knows what we're missing or has watched any of my other things will know that we're missing hashtags. So I'm just going to go back into our AI and just ask it, can you add, let's say 20 hashtags, because as we know, now again, an issue with the AI is it does do things like this. It just gives you the list, and we don't want the numbers in there. So we're just going to ask it, can you write that without the numbers, please? Hopefully it will just say sure. Or, there we go, sure. And this is just amazing. I can't get enough of using these AIs now, because our work in development and in terms of being able to expand people's understanding of subjects in social media is just out of this world. We are literally on our way to Mars with this stuff. So we're going to submit that back, and as a platform we are just going to grow and grow and grow. Now I'm going to do something even cleverer, because basically guys, we've also set up a wiki on Unity in Defi.com. Now I'm going to search the wiki for that same question, and of course it doesn't have one yet. So it says create the page. I'm going to then come back to my AI and ask it to write out first, can you now I've specified this time that it's for a wiki. And again, just look how exciting this thing is, because it's coming out with a great narrative that other people we'll be able to add to. And I'm already seeing places in this where we can add links and all sorts of things. Isn't this is just absolutely amazing. Now, so of course, what we're going to be able to do is, again, no human being right now would have been able to write that out that fast and be able to format it so that it would make sense in a wiki. Now, we still have some work to do, because look, it hasn't got that human touch just yet, whereby it won't know how we actually want it laid out unless we give it all of the specific instructions. So what I'm just doing is, of course, adding some just sort of like personal touches, so that we just highlight maybe a few nice early words and make it look that little bit more interesting for those that are coming in to read this for the first time. And of course then there's the conclusion. But what a great way for us as a project. So what have we changed? We have created the start page for the question on how we can potentially oxygenate Mars. Save this page and bingo. The beauty of wikis as well, though, there's anybody from around the world can now get involved with this, translate this into just about any language. And of course you've got Elon Musk in there that's relevant to space, Mars, our mission to Mars. Also he's the Doge father. Anyone that knows Dogecoin, we can start creating the links into the different crypto projects and all sorts of things. So it becomes a really good piece for people to start a conversation on. Again, another part of what we're doing at PulseUnity, really to be the global brand leaders in the crypto space, for providing people with educational tools, information, mobile apps, the token, and all other sorts of things. And eventually we will see somebody actually end up going to Mars and making their life super easy when they're up there. But at the end of the day, it all starts with an idea, a project, and us working together as different teams to create all of the different projects and parts that people are going to need. We also have a PulseUnity token, which we launched. Every time I come here, I just add my little personal touch to that. It's doing well, as any new token. We started, it's come down, it's gone up, it's come down. Our next phase, we literally are in the takeoff phase again, where we expect some great things. We've got a new token coming out very shortly. We've got the NFT collections, and we're doing all sorts of wonderful things with that. Anyway, guys, I've been on now for I really don't know. I'm hoping that you found this live stream enjoyable if you're watching it back, and would like to now just say, literally from me, General, good night. I'm gonna stop the broadcast here in YouTube.